had a video that went viral. The whole world seen the video, and there's been no arrest since October the 29th. What kind of system is this?
Since Shanquella Robinson's death 4 months ago, civil rights activists have taken their struggle to the nation's capital, specifically to the White House, where they're urging President Joe Biden to interfere. Charlotte, North Carolina native Robinson, 25, died on October 29th in Cabo, Mexico, while on vacation with 5 others. Thousands of people throughout the country are demanding that the U.S. authorities investigate and bring those responsible for her murder to justice after her story went viral. Not a single person has been taken into custody yet. New disturbing details are unfolding now. Let's dig the reality out of it. Benjamin Crump and Sue Ann Robinson, 2 of the most well-known civil rights attorneys in the country, have been hired by Robinson's family to assist them in the ongoing legal proceedings. Although Shanquella Robinson's death investigation is still ongoing, her family's attorneys wrote to President Biden and Secretary of the State Antony Blinken to provide new information about the events that led up to Robinson's death. In the letter, it was stated that while my clients recognize that the U.S. government has many priorities and responsibilities, but believe that intervening, in this case, would not only serve the interests of justice, but also send a clear message that transnational criminal activities will not be tolerated. In addition to the letter, the concierge of the villa, who served as the group's translator while they were on their trip, has provided the Mexican authorities with a detailed first-hand description of what occurred during their trip. The name of the concierge was blacked out in the documents that were submitted by the family lawyers. The concierge reported Robinson's uneasiness in the hours before her death in his statement to Mexican authorities. Before Robinson joined the others for supper on their first night at the villa, the concierge made a statement about her and noted that she seemed to not fit in with the others. When I introduced myself, she did not greet me or smile. She was indifferent. Nothing to do with the atmosphere of celebration. She was out of place at that party. According to the statement provided by the concierge, the following day he received a text message from one of the other vacationers who was with Robinson, inquiring where the nearest medical facility was. Later on that same day, he found out that Robinson had passed away. According to the statement that the concierge gave to the Mexican authorities after Robinson's death, when the concierge came back to the villa after Robinson's passing, he offered his condolences to the main guest, who was the one who questioned about medical services and explained portions of their interaction as being very cold. After the concierge exited the room, the statement claims that he could hear laughter coming from inside. This new information has surfaced following a press conference that was given by Robinson's family and their attorneys. At a March 3rd press conference held in Washington, both Crump and Robinson called on President Joe Biden and the United States Department of State to take action. It's not right that the suspects and the people involved are sleeping comfortably in their own beds at night, Crump said while standing next to Robinson's mother and sister. The only question is State Department President Biden, what are you going to do to bring justice for this broken-hearted family, especially this mother of Shanquella Robinson? Crump and Robinson made an appeal to the authorities requesting that either the individual identified on an arrest warrant issued by Mexican authorities be extradited to the United States, or that the United States authorities take over jurisdiction and prosecute that individual here. The family claims that they have been kept in the dark about the investigation and that they've had the impression that efforts to bring their daughter's murderer to justice have been put on hold. Crump also said, I plan on talking to the highest levels of our government to say Shanquella Robinson is not irrelevant and you all need to give her the same dignity and respect as any citizen in the United States with merit. Robinson's body was discovered in San Jose del Cabo, Mexico in October, while she and some friends were on holiday there. The group is said to have put the blame for Robinson's death on alcohol intoxication. However, an autopsy performed afterwards determined that she had experienced damage to her neck and spine. Robinson is seen getting badly beaten by another woman in a hotel room in a video that went viral shortly after her death. At least 2 other individuals in the room were seen witnessing and recording the incident as it took place. In November, police in Mexico reported that an arrest warrant for one of the 6 traveling companions had been issued. While in D.C. on Friday, lawyers, activists, and the family urged American officials to fulfill the arrest warrant. Authorities have not officially published the identity of the suspect on the warrant, but lawyers involved in the case have identified this person. Extraditing a U.S. citizen to Mexico to stand trial for a crime committed against another U.S. person abroad requires a ruling as to the validity of the arrest warrant issued by Mexican authorities. Defendants who are the subject of an arrest warrant issued by the United States have the option of challenging extradition and instead requesting a trial in their home country. Salamandra Robinson, Robinson's mother, has not given up the struggle for justice on her daughter's behalf. During the press conference that took place on Friday, Salamandra Robinson stated that no one had been arrested. The people who knew what happened to my daughter are living their lives. They have returned to work, and my family is left to wait and wait to beg for answers. Salamandra further said that, "I don't wish that terrible nightmare on anyone. My daughter was brutally beaten in a video. She was undressed and there were many people that could have helped her. Instead, they laughed and joked." According to Quella Long, who is Robinson's sister, the process of attempting to obtain justice for Robinson's sister has been difficult and discouraging so far. She stated, "I feel like our government has failed us." More than 100 letters, most of them in pink envelopes, were dropped off at a Charlotte mailbox by dozens of people last month. Requests for the arrest of the individual named in Mexico's arrest warrant, in addition to the other 5 suspects in her death, were addressed in letters to authorities in both the United States and Mexico. The family is hoping that the Biden government will respond to their recent requests for action in Robinson's case. Well, that's all. Tell us in the comments what you think. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content just like this.